in the media.
So I've never seen Misrepresentation. So what exactly is it about?
It's a great film about the representation of women in media. They go through the history of it, the present day. Many men and women discuss the future of women in the media and how we have to make certain changes.
I actually made it a point to screen it in my undergrad because I worked at a women's resource center, and this movie was a really big deal. And we would show it to groups of women, and the response was overwhelmingly positive because some of the things that they said in the documentary were things that no one had ever outright said in the public. And it was pretty great to see people see that for the first time.
I think one of the biggest things is that they interviewed high schoolers and middle schoolers and told them, well, how does it feel for you to see a Victoria's Secret model featured on a high fashion magazine or for a couple hours a day on a TV screen? And a lot of it was an emotional reaction where they talked about sisters or brothers that were affected by it, and that just hits home, you know. The director also has something coming out on men, which is kind of clever because I believe it's called The Mask You Live In. And it's about the things that men see in the media and how their own kind of facades are built around what society and what the media has to say.
I've always said that men really get a raw deal. It's almost like your feelings are not allowed. This is what you cannot do. You're not allowed to have feelings. You're not allowed to feel a certain way. And it really does take its toll.
I don't know that there are many outlets for men to talk with other men about their feelings, their insecurities, their frustrations, their anger.
And there's also the factor of just not being represented at all. Like if you're someone that is transgendered or someone that has, let's say, a disability that's not necessarily like a visible disability, you get zero representation. So it's almost like my existence, my life is not valid. Because at the end of the day, media, what it does is validates your existence. It shows what the common experiences are. It tells you what the common experiences should be, and if you're not in it, it's almost like you don't count.
Yeah. But you know what? Things are changing now, or at least I feel like it is. Small steps. Like, I give huge props to Laverne Cox, who right now is playing a trans character on Orange is the New Black, and she is trans. She is a fierce woman, and I'm glad that she's talking about trans issues because that's one of the things that you were talking about. You don't get to hear those stories.
Yeah. So
I'm glad that it's finally coming out. We're only 4 separate points of view, but we know there are so many more that we haven't touched. So if you have something to say, please find us on our social media. Twitter, Facebook. We're right there for you, and we want to talk with you.